just for anyone interested in fashion, HCC is definitely the bigger bang for your buck.
Anybody who's wanting to do this, I say go for it. Don't let anything hold you back.
HCC has just been a wonderful experience.
I try to create clothes that aren't too sexy or revealing.
Very talented students. They have worked for 2 semesters, so what you're about to see is a lot of work.
My collection I titled as New W, which obviously is a French name, means a double life. So most of my dresses can be worn in different ways when based on the zipper's move. So when you zip up, it's become like a one way to wear. When you zip down, it's another way. So it's kind of interesting in my collection. My original inspiration is actually from modern art. More specifically, it's 2 beautiful paintings. One is called Composition Out Trees, made by Sergio Policarpo. The other one is Abstract Cubes Square, made by famous artist and painter Piet Mandry. So basically, my collection is about graphic geometry and painting work. Also is couture and dressmaking.
I was inspired by Coco Chanel in the 1920s and her very early work and the knit daywear, that 1920s silhouette. I used entirely knitwear along with a little wool coating for the long jacket in my last look. So I used several different shades of gray and a few different kinds of knits. Designed the collection in about a week. We were given a week to do it. At the very beginning, we created a whole bunch more sketches than actually much more than we brought to life. But yeah, I started off playing with different things, with collars and some more woven stuff, but I was just really drawn to the idea of knitwear. And I just pared it down really to a very simple silhouette and some very simple techniques that I just repeated in slightly different ways in every look in the collection. difficult process. There was times when I thought I wasn't doing all that well, and times when, you know, I would be praised for it and then I'd be really surprised, and so just kind of separating myself from the collection, I guess, and just letting it be what it is, apart from me. I've gotten to learn a lot of techniques that I probably would not have ever learned otherwise. I learned how to design here. You know, you can learn to sew on your own, although that's hard. I definitely would not have been able to sew this well if I hadn't come to HCC. But the professors here really help you learn how to design, how to think as a designer and create a collection.
I wanted to explore the way lines move across the body and the way topology ties in with biology, I guess, is the best way to say it, because I am trained as a biologist. I used a wide range of materials ranging from more casual cotton sateen for the day wear looks and cotton knits to Duchess satin for the evening wear looks and silk crepe. I feel like nothing is ever truly new in the world. You just have to take what is in front of you and remix it in some way. And so the way that we were taught in our collections class and other foundational work in HCC's program was to assemble inspiration images just from everywhere. Anything really is fair game. You could go high art, you could go low art, you could go on the street, you could go to a museum. Just get images of anything that catches your eye for whatever reason, and then sort through it all and put it together in some sort of way that makes sense to you visually. You know, and then you refine your theme from there. was an amazing capstone experience in that it really allows you the latitude to combine all of the different techniques and different skills that you've learned in your lower level classes and really integrate it into the full package of who you are as a designer. And so I feel like it helped with my growth creatively in an immense way. It takes a wide range of techniques in order to use such disparate materials, and so stuff like the chiffon and the satin you have to use a very delicate hand with in order to sew it properly, whereas with the sateen it's a bit more sporty, so there's some different techniques that you can use with that. During my initial sketching, I had to do a lot of thinking about structure because my collection was very much about exploring the lines of the body, and so a lot of my initial ideas sort of got thrown out for not being quite on the right track for where it wound up. And so it's a continual editing process just throughout. Even all the way up to the last look, when we were in production mode, we were still tweaking things here and there just in order to refine. As a designer with a background in science, I feel like everything is interconnected. It's not so much that there's a solid line between science and art. It's that, you know, these ideas, they can inform each other, especially when you look at conceptual artists and what they're doing nowadays with the sort of computational science aspects of technology and applying it towards visual arts.
My collection is basis from Thai style. I include architecture, art, and Thai performance. And I put everything together to my collection, which is like a Thai embroidery. You can see everything in my clothes, my garment. It's like it has a Thai architecture. It's like a roof from the temple, and you have like the gold embroidery in the front of the clothes, and every pattern is from like every part from Thailand. It's just basic simple stitch, but it takes a lot of time to to put every piece on the top or the sequins. Everything, yeah. It's not hard, but it just takes your time. Everything I did on my own, and I do everything by hand, not even machine or glue or anything. I start from ESL class to fashion design program. I don't know anything about fashion. But when I came to this program, they helped me build up everything, every knowledge and experience. A lot of teachers and professors like helped me to, build experience and, give me some knowledge and technique. Okay, this is a simple cloth, but it's more culture. It has culture in it. Everything is from inspiration and made by hand or technique, everything. I don't think it's hard to start, but first thing you have to love the passion, And I would recommend you start like HCC because there's a lot of professors like help you out a lot. So for me, I'm start from zero. But I can say this is 100%. I can do everything from design. I can make the garment from 0 to 100.
interesting material I used for my collection is beetle wing from Thailand. It's actual harvested beetle wings that I used on my collection. I had to order it months in advance because it's shipping from halfway around the world, and it's like nothing else. It's just you have to find something that works. It was very interesting. I did a lot of different techniques and I finally found one that worked, so I stuck to it. My collection is inspired by a character named Chrysalis, which is a bug character, a Black Widow. So she starts off, in my collection, very pretty and innocent almost, and transforms into a darker, more seductress. I usually just start looking at things and start thinking what shapes could work and what. I think a lot of us like to pretend we see it perfectly in our heads, and we do. But as we get to it, I think a lot of things change. Once you start doing the actual work, you never know what's going to happen. You might have to change your concept completely. For the time being, I'll be at HCC. I've definitely found an outlet to make something that I've always wanted to do, which is just art.
Just get inspiration from everything. It could be a flower, something pretty, or it could be like mud, you know, something that's dirty, but the way it's shaped or the form it comes in, it inspires you to make something. My idea started out with, I usually get inspiration by music. I was listening to the music from those artists and it just led to where it went. It just comes out and you have to go with it. I just graduated and got my associate's degree, and I'm going on to my next step. I've also, going to school, I've won scholarship, so that was pretty cool. favorite piece are, I have a 4-tiered dress that has a black and white stripe and a plaid print on them. And that dress was my first dress I made, and it was like my favorite. I took away that now I know that I'm on the right path to where I want to be, so it took me a long time to get where I am, and I'm happy that I found my path.